From hotspots to hidden gems, it's your guide to our favorite local bookshops, the LA Unscripted way from Chevalier's Books in Larchmont Village. Fascinating fiction, bold biographies, page-turning thrillers. There is nothing quite like a good read, and tonight it's all about the local book nooks we can't get enough of. Welcome to LA Unscripted, everyone. I'm Dana Devin, and we are bound to have a good time tonight. So let's get started from right here at LA's oldest independent bookstore.
Chevalier is an anchor into the community. Because we are the oldest business on the street, it's really a demonstration of the longevity of a small business with a community that really supports it. Joe Chevalier opened the bookstore in 1940 as a lending library. So people would come in and they would borrow the books for a few cents a day. Bert Deichsler is my partner, and he wanted this to be a place where he could bring his grandchildren and read to them on the floor like he did with his kids. When you want to give a book to a little kid, you want to give the book that you read to your kids,
Good
right?
Night Moon. Every single
Absolutely.
night, Emmy and Cole heard Good Night Moon. Good night, Brush. Good Night Moon.
Right.
Oh my God, it's such a classic.
We have a lively kids section, and we have story time. And we also want to be this place where if you're a local author for your next book, Dana, when you have a book come out, that we have it in the bookstore and we do a book signing.
Riley actually came here as a kid, and now you work here. Talk about what this bookstore means to you.
Yeah, it was really special in high school, I really wanted to work here, but I didn't have time because I was doing sports. But I would come in, I would place my special orders, I'd come pick them up, and now it's really fun because I get to be on the other side of things.
We've lived in the neighborhood over 30 years, and I was so taken, like so many of us who live here, with Larchmont and the history, and I got the opportunity to write the Larchmont book. I also publish the Larchmont Buzz, so it made a lot of sense to sort of bring all of that community building that we do virtually into a physical space.
Okay, one of my favorite things about Chevalier's is not only do you guys love people, you love dogs.
Yes, dogs are huge. In fact, we have our little album of dog portraits.
Oh my God, my
Yeah.
favorite! My favorite is Pig. That's Pig.
And Pig is on our Chevalier's tote.
And Pig is on the tote too?
Yeah.
Oh
there is
my
Pig.
God, these are all the Larchmont dogs.
There's Pig. Our goal is to have a place where we can be one of the premier independent bookstores in the city and in the country. We are so lucky to have the support of our neighborhood. It really means a lot to us.
How cool was that? Mark Twain once said, "Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life." Well, we say good friends also tell you about other cool spots to discover, right?
Welcome to Malik Books. My name is Malik Muhammad, the founder of Malik Books. Malik Books is bringing a world together with books, culture, and community. I consider myself a book activist because I use books to make a difference and a change in our community. I founded Malik Books in 1990 on Crenshaw and King at what we call the Leimert Park, Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw area. I consider that the OG location. This is my marquee. This is all the culmination of my years of what I've been doing, and I've just loved this space that I created at Westfield Culver City Mall. We opened this location during the pandemic. We took a leap of faith because the mall wasn't even open at the time. When we signed the contract, it was still shut down.
So how many books are in here total, you think?
Over 1,000 different titles. We got 60 feet of children's books going all the way down to young adult. We made this the marquee of the store, so when you walk in, that's what you see. We have a literary section where we give honor and prelude to the great Maya Angelou, Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, people who are just not writers, but are literary giants that have inspired the next generation to think outside the box. These are independent authors. You ain't gonna find these in mainstream bookstores, but you can find them at Malik Books. We have a section for Nipsey Hussle. Reading list. He didn't graduate from high school, he didn't graduate from college, but he changed his life by reading, and he offered these types of books to his peers and his fans.
One of my favorite things is just the smell of a book. It's nothing like it. Is there a book that changed your life?
Absolutely, and this figure he's very controversial. His name is Elijah Muhammad. And the book that he wrote was The Message to the Black Man. And what I got out of the book is just simply this: stand up and be heard and do something to change your life. All I'm doing is trying to create a space and take advantage of the time I have, the short time I've had, to make a difference. We've had people come into this store, they cry, they thank us, they catch the Holy Ghost. They are so excited that they walk into a place where they see them images of themselves.
According to recent statistics, the average American reads around 12 to 17 books per year. Yes, I do. You do? I do. I read pop-ups, I read comics, I read menus. Well, bookworm or not, we think you should make a visit to this next address.
Book Soup is a historic Los Angeles landmark with over 60,000 titles.
A bookstore can take you all sorts of places, and it's up to you. You make that choice. It's a way of sort of stepping back out of this world and sort of entering another one. We're a general interest bookstore. We're located on the world-famous Sunset Strip. We have been here for almost 50 years. It'll be 50 years in 2025. The original owner, Glenn Goldman, recognized an opportunity to have a bookstore on the Sunset Strip that could service sort of the West Hollywood and Beverly Hills area. And he opened a small shop in '75. It grew and grew from there. And then, of course, just being where we are in Los Angeles, we were able to sort of land some big author signings, and then just sort of kept rolling since then. I think we have a strong LGBTQ section here. Many people on staff are LGBTQ. We do a lot of active programming. We try to look for authors that will kind of bring people into the store for programs.
Let's say someone came in here and they are thinking of transitioning. They are trans and going to start the process. What book would you recommend?
Oh gosh, the great thing about that is that there are many more books than there used to be. Trans Bodies, Trans Selves would be a good book to start with.
What if someone was queer and they wanted to just read up about what it's like being queer in America?
Real Queer America in its red state. I think it's important for people to kind of realize we're not all in West Hollywood, we don't all have the same luxuries, and that's a great book for that.
We could come up with all sorts of recommendations. Thank you so much.
I'll be here all day. We're gonna keep changing as the neighborhood changes, so we'll always have a strong selection of LGBTQ books, but also art and architecture, film and television, and then whatever else the neighborhood wants to see here.
See that? It's called a book-expression. That's when you make an expression while reading, sometimes mirroring the character's emotions. And this is my next expression because we have to take a break, but we're uncovering so many more special storefronts right after this. I'm gonna be a princess. Welcome back to LA Unscripted's special book club episode, where we're sharing our favorite local shops so you can choose your own adventure.
We've stumbled upon another hidden jewel here in Westchester, the Book Jewel.
The Book Jewel is a beautiful independent bookstore located on a very charming street in Westchester, California.
This is kind of a general bookstore, so we have a little bit of everything.
Every genre is covered. If there's a book that you want to order, we'll order it quickly for you.
We do a ton of events here. Every weekend, if you pop in at any time, you're going to find something going on. We have author events, we have poetry groups, we have several book clubs that meet here.
Westchester is a true community within the metropolis of Los Angeles. My grandmother Ella Drawlinger started the first commercial building in Westchester in 1943, and she decided to open an independent grocery store called Jim Dandy, and that started it off. My dad decided to join forces with his mother, my grandma, in 1947, and he opened his business, which was, of course, a real estate business. 21 years ago, I moved back here part-time to Westchester to help my dad figure out a way to semi-retire. I searched for a building for several years, on and off. We made offers on buildings and bank buildings and different things. Nothing worked out until the Carl's Toy Store building was for sale, which is this building. And I said, that's it. It's got the great omen. I bought my first Barbie doll here when I was 8. I already purchased the building, but I still was a little apprehensive about, am I doing the right thing? That Amazon's opening all these bookstores and Barnes & Noble is closing bookstores and everybody's saying, what are you doing? So I kind of took a survey around, just kind of stopping people on the street, and even college students and high school students are telling me, oh, no, we want a real book. So I said, well, I guess the community is going to be behind us. So it worked.
Karen, I love this place. This is the children's corner, nook, what do you call it?
Yes. It's a nook, it's a corner, it's a reading space, it's a place for kids to look at books, and we have beautiful selections of puzzles, all kinds of things for kids.
Our mascot, our full-time employee, is Paige's the bookstore cat. And she's been here since the very first day. We found her right as we were about to open the doors, and we put up signs around the neighborhood. No one claimed her, and we thought, well, this cat belongs in a bookstore. She's not only on our website, she's on t-shirts, she's on our bookmarks, and she really is kind of the soul of our store.
You know, you don't have to read between the lines with LAU because we try it all and then share the real deal. Like here at Charming Chevalier's Books. Now here's another location we think you'll fall in love with.
So I've always been a huge reader, and during the pandemic I got so many requests for book recommendations that I decided to start an Instagram account and blog to share my favorite YA books. And as I saw how excited people were about that, I started to expand my blog to interview authors and bookstore owners. And then seeing how excited people were, I started to think about making my book curation more permanent. So I started researching bookstores all across LA, and I realized that there were no young adult focused bookstores. And I really wanted to fill that gap in the market. I put together a business plan and I presented it to my parents, who were so excited about the idea. And I'm just so happy that I was able to turn this into a reality. It's been so much fun. And I feel like I've just loved books my whole life. I really credit my parents with my early love of reading because they would always read books to me when I was younger.
What is your favorite book of all time? So I know this is hard for a book lover.
That's such a hard question. I would say I really love All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Jower. That's probably my all-time favorite.
Completely agree.
After I curated all of my favorite YA young adult books, I started to think about what else I wanted to have in the store, and it's been really fun curating a variety of gift items. I've also designed my own line of merchandise, which has been really fun, and I've been really happy seeing people respond to that. These are all from a brand called Word Cloud Classics, and I love them so much. I honestly want them for myself.
They're so beautiful. This is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, it's, first of all, it's like soft. It's so well made and so beautiful.
So these are my 4 dogs here,
4?
actually. We are big dog people, and I really wanted to have something for all the pets who come in here because there's so many in this neighborhood.
I mean, Starbucks. Seriously? I'm dying. Look at the candles that she has here. I mean, are you kidding?
The person who designed these was actually a costume designer, and then during the pandemic he started making candles, and I'm so glad that I found him. He's so talented.
They are so cute, and he's local. I love it. I love LA.
So I've always been a huge fan of pop art and vintage comics, so I started to design my own merchandise that was reader themed, and it's been really fun coming up with captions and seeing people respond.
Did you design these?
I worked with a graphic designer who really brought my ideas to life.
And then you have to see these. Okay, look at this. So look at this jacket, and then there's the Catch-22 on the back. Tell me about these.
These are from an amazing brand called Tribute Project. And the woman who designs them usually does music jackets, but I commissioned book ones with my patches on them.
I cannot. I spent it all on books.
I want to show you one of my favorite parts of the store.
This installation was made by one of my friends who's so talented. His name's Rob Yonkers, and it's made out of all real book pages and book covers.
Wow!
We have a lot of book signings. We're actually starting our first book club, which I'm so excited about. And we also have a lot of children's events too. So something for everyone. I've always really loved Studio City, and I can't believe how lucky we got to have a place here. I feel like it draws a lot of people in, and really I just wanted it to be somewhere where people of all ages would want to hang out.
Okay, that place definitely has the right stuff, as in W-R-I-T-E. All right, plot twist, we have to take a quick break, but we're revealing even more must-visit bookstores when we return. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from Chevalier's Books in Larchmont Village. Okay, a little book fun for you since we're in the science fiction and fantasy section. What does Obi-Wan Kenobi say when he exits a bookstore? Metaphors be with you. Get it? May the force be with you. That is literary gold. Someone write that down.
Hi, my name is Ryan Leibowitz. I'm the co-owner here at Golden Apple Comics, a comic shop to the stars. When you read a comic book, similar to if you read any book, you know, you have that escapism. What's cool about comic books is the visuals. You actually get to be in that world. The name, for example, doesn't really tell you a lot. And so when you see that Spider-Man up front, it kind of clues you into what treasures could await inside. My father started this shop back in 1979. You know, we're on our 41st year. We've seen the customer base expand hugely, I would say a lot in part to the movies and television that are based on comic books. The Spider-Man outside is designed by Stan Lee, and then Tom Holland and Zendaya. One day the Avengers walked in. You might have seen that on James Corden. Golden Apple was dubbed the comic shop to the stars. Michael Jackson was a frequent customer. We have a box we keep for Samuel L. Jackson that I hand curate for him. He's a huge fan of comic books and graphic novels. Sam loves anything with the word samurai or having to do with samurais. Even if we have a small store, we're big on our reputation. Old, young, from every walk of life. And if you don't know anything about comic books, that's great. We want you to come in and we can find something for you.
We've reached the final chapter of our half-hour tale, so let's make a stop at this next neighborhood gem.
What I love about this bookstore is that, first of all, it's right on the beach. What bookstores can be right on the beach? What are some books you would recommend for people who are interested in learning more about the beach, and specifically Manhattan Beach?
Ooh, you know, this one's super easy. Strolling on the Strand, it's hyper local. It's actually a kid's board book. But what makes it so nice is because it literally highlights Manhattan Beach, and you can see the Strand right here. It's perfect. We love working with local authors, and it's just a lovely book.
Books are connectors of people and a great way to share ideas. And it's hard to, you know, Neil Gaiman said, a town isn't a town without a bookstore. And that is something we believe and we try to uphold every day.
We actually found the two of you through a viewer. They emailed us. Jan Holtz sent us an email. They said, "Hi, I really enjoy catching your show and thought I would pass along a real gem here in Manhattan Beach, Page's Bookstore, locally owned by Patty and Linda, who I think owned it maybe 15 years ago and has survived all these years. So I thought I would pass along a great story for you to consider for your show someday. Keep up the great work on your show."
Ah, well, it's very nice. Thank you, Jan. Page's Bookstore is Patty's brainchild. She is definitely the inspiration and the muse behind everything we do here. And for her whole life, really, she wanted to open a bookstore. And we've been very good, dear friends for over 25 years. And so she's, sorry, almost 30 years.
I was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 30 years ago. Like Linda said, I always wanted a bookstore. My whole life, that's what I wanted to do. I love books, I love the way they smell, I love the way they feel in my hands.
Manhattan Beach is where we both live, and we both raised our children here, so it is very much our community, and this is very much a community bookstore. I think we work really hard to have books in the store that reflect the books that we love and we want to share, as well as what this community is looking for. So lots of surf books, literary fiction is kind of our particular favorite flavor, but we have a little bit of everything.
For your story time, is there a book that's like a go-to, or if someone's watching at home, they're like, this is the book you should get for your littles?
All right, well, this one right here, Sleepy Sheepy by Lucy Ruth Cummins. She is a known author, a favorite author, and it's the ideal book really because you have a lot of rhyming in the book and you have really fun pictures and just like exclamation points, and it's just really fun, and anything with rhyming I'm all about because the kids I love to read it and then they can follow along and it's just a nice flow.
We thought about a lot of different names when we opened the bookstore. What we are in the business of is trading in pages, the pages of a book.
And that's how our story ends, but just for tonight. So consider LAU your library of local hotspots. Thank you to Chevalier's Books for letting us go off script. Where will we be next? You never know. Good night, everyone. Mwah. Back to my book.